Hey, y'all, it's Krystal Hunsucker. Happy Magnanimous Monday. Welcome to your $1,000,000 message. I thought you need a little giggle this morning. Well, I read a awesome article the other day about just graduates and some of the things that they're going through since last year, and I just really thought it pertained to all of us. So I just want to share a little bit about that. And, you know, I know a lot of people in this season. I just have to be very real. I feel so blessed and so grateful to live where I live in this season. We are very open in the state of Texas. And in all honesty, over the last week, I have really been feeling like deep breath. Oh, my gosh, things are starting to get back to normal. And I say that with such a compassionate heart, though, because I know not everyone lives where I live and not everyone feels that way. And I know, too, we're all walking through this differently. And so I just want to give grace and compassion and love that wherever you are on your journey with the last little over a year, that you are loved and that it's okay to be where you're at. But with that said, as we come up on another graduation year, you know, a lot of people may have felt like that the virus has stolen something from them. And I really feel like we all could name something. I mean, I'm still just going to be totally vulnerable and honest with you. I still feel pretty frustrated. I feel like he stole my Scotland. You know, the virus is a he. Actually, I feel like the enemy is a he, and the virus is not the virus. This is all from the enemy. And stole my trip from me last year. You know, I mean, I feel like we all could say something, but when the day is said and done, it cannot steal your future. And I think we're always going to remember these times, but I also think that not only for this younger generation, but also for ourselves, that we are creating something, the type of people that don't take anything for granted. And I think that, my friends, is priceless. That is way bigger than anything that it could have happened the last year, is that we are creating not only a younger generation, but also ourselves, people who won't take things for granted. And, you know, there's nothing like having something taken away from you in a moment, and then as a result, you actually appreciate what you have when you have it. I kind of feel like that in my marriage. Like, I had so many things that didn't work out. I had so many years of being single and alone that even in the frustrating days, when I lay my head on the pillow, you guys, I tell you what, it is the biggest thing that I thank God for, because I never take for granted that I have my life, that I have my husband, because there were so many nights that I didn't, you know? So we've got to make a decision that this is not going to make us bitter. It's going to make us better. And then we're not going to look backwards. We're going to look forward. So we're going to stay positive. We're going to work hard. And we are truly going to believe the best is yet to come. And what you believe will determine what you create. So what is it that you're going to create? So I'm going to give you a couple of lessons super fast today. Are you ready? Are you set? Let's go. Number one is you are here for a reason, and the most important thing you can do in life is to find, live, and share your purpose. It's the one thing in life that truly matters, and if you don't pursue it, anything else is meaningless. You know, I love John Maxwell has a beautiful purpose. He says it every single time he gets in front of a group of people. And I'm embarrassed to say that I just went blank on what it is, but I can tell you my own. I know it by heart. I write it down every single day. And I know that no matter what it is that I'm doing, that this is my purpose. And I can say, hi, I am Krystal Hunsucker, and I was put on this earth. I am alive today. I am smiling today because I am here to make a positive impact on every person that I meet today. And I truly believe that is why I'm on this earth. Number two, follow your passion. It so often leads you to your purpose. And you may not know what your passion is right now, and that's okay. But the important thing is to make your life mission, to find it, live it, and share it. You know, it takes a lot of in-depth personal reflection. It takes alone time. It takes studying yourself, getting to know yourself to find out what your passion is so that you can seek it out and use your strengths and your talents and do what you're good at and what energizes you. Number 3, beware of hobbies. Just because you love something doesn't necessarily mean that that's your future. So, for instance, if you love to cook, it doesn't necessarily mean you would enjoy owning a restaurant. Maybe you owned a restaurant, but then you realized you don't love the food business and you love the service and the marketing aspect of the business. I know one of the things that I always say is that I have a passion for singing. It is not my purpose. And those are very, very, very important because really singing is a hobby for me. I'm on the worship team at my church for years and years and years, and I am so fulfilled by doing it. I so feel used by God, but it is not why I'm on this earth. I am not put on this earth to take voice lessons and grow my voice and become a recording artist and, whatever that may look like. Now, when I was 21, I debated it. Fun Krystal fact. Are you ready? I did try out for American Idol. I made it through 4 rounds, and the 4th round is the producers of American Idol. And I'll never forget, you guys, I walked in, and I was in front of the producer, Simon, not Simon Cowell, but the producer, Simon, also a British guy. And I sang, and he goes, "I don't like you singing that song. Sing another one." So totally caught me off guard. And you got to remember, too, I was like 21 years old. I didn't know what to expect. I still remember what I had on that day. And I sang, and he looked at me, and he goes, "You have a good voice, but you're just not unique. Thank you for your time." And I walked out of the room. That Sunday, I drove home to Dallas I was in Austin during the tryout. So I was literally, if I would have made it past the producers, my next step was Paula Abdul and Simon Cowell and Randy. And I didn't make it to that moment. But when I got home, I hung my head pretty low. I was pretty upset. I was pretty devastated. I really thought I was going to be this singer, right? Because that was a hobby of mine. I was pretty good at it. And I went to church that Sunday, and the whole entire message was, "You are unique." I mean, come on, only God. So I just say that to say that there's lots of things that we love to do and we're great at, but it doesn't always necessarily mean that that is what we're actually called to do, especially on a daily basis. So number 4, quit for the right reasons. Now, we don't really like to talk about quitting in Mary Kay, do we? But you know what? Quit the right things. And don't quit because work is hard or you're experiencing challenges. Because if you think every challenge is a reason for you to quit, dun, 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 it's going to be a rough ride, you guys. Quit because in your heart of hearts of hearts, you've spent time, you've spent prayer, and you know there is something else out there for you. Quit because you're not benefiting yourself or an organization or the organization you work for. Quit because you're absolutely certain you are no longer supposed to be there. Don't quit because things get hard. Don't quit because you're being tested. So always ask yourself. And the thing that we always say in Mary Kay is the only way to fail is to quit. Number 5, learn from every job and experience. Every job, ultimately born to tell you what, the biggest job right now that I am learning from is being a parent. And being a mommy can be really, really hard. And I remember the tough moments with Boone a few years ago, but my goodness, I have this spicy, energetic, gifted, such a smart baby Beckham that he has given me a run for my money, you guys. And I am learning. I have to choose to be frustrated a lot because he is so strong-willed. I know some of you know exactly what I'm talking about in your parent journey. And then there's the other piece of me that's like, I have got to learn from this and become better from it. Number 6, your job may not be your ultimate purpose, but it can serve as a vehicle to live and share your purpose. Ultimately, selling Mary Kay Cosmetics may not necessarily be my ultimate purpose. And I got to be honest with you, it's not. Did I just shock a few people? My ultimate purpose, I know without a shadow of a doubt, with every ounce of my being, it is why the enemy works so hard to stop me from influencing more people, is because my ultimate purpose is for every single one of you who ever hears my voice can hear and see the light of Jesus, that you decide to become a follower of Christ, and that you, my friends, become kingdom-minded, and you will spend eternity with me in the kingdom of heaven one day. That's my ultimate purpose. So you know what? Here's the thing that's become so beautiful in my walk. No matter what happens, no matter what title I have or don't have, what title I wish I had or I think I should have, when the day is said and done, every single week when I get to record the $1 million message, my title does not matter. Do I still want it? Yes. Do I still want to work for it? Absolutely. Am I still called for that? Yes. But when the day is said and done, God has me right where I'm supposed to be, and that is influencing you, I pray, to lean into Him, to love Him, to want to know Him more. And do you have a purpose that clear that I didn't even have to think about it to share that with you? Whew. This is a good list, right? I wish I could say I made this list. Okay, moving on. Number 7, whatever job or jobs you take after for the student's graduation or any job that you've had, simply decide to serve. When you serve in small ways, you'll get more opportunities to serve in bigger ways. Number 8, your dream job is likely not the one you dreamed about. So often we end up in amazing careers that have nothing to do with college degree or childhood dreams. Hey, Boone, really? Can you tell everybody, what is your dream? What is your dream that you want to be one day when you grow up?
Police officer.
You do?
And mommy.
Is that going to be so cool?
Guess what? I saw blue, red.
Oh, that's very cool. Thank you, buddy. Go watch Raya. He's watching Raya. And so, you know what? Here's the thing, you guys. God is so on time. I love that he walked in when I'm talking about the dream job, because ultimately, as a 5-year-old today, now, I'm not saying he may not end up being a police officer. He might want to. But today, that's Boone's dream. That's his thought. That may not be what God ends up calling him to be. My nephew, Cash, had his graduation from kindergarten last week, and my mom came home and told me all about it. And what moved us the most is each child walked up to the microphone, and what they said from his Christian school in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and they stood proud and they said, God may want me to be, and they would say what it is. And so Cash came up to I almost said microwave, to the microphone and said, God may want me to be an astronaut. And I love that, because they were already teaching these little bitty kids the will of God, that we can have wants and desires, but when the day is said and done, if we will lean in to what God wants and not what we want, the reward is so sweet. I'll never forget, too, when I started Mary Kay, and I talked all the time about the dream job that I was looking for. It was part of my I story. That it still is part of my I story, that I'm looking for the dream job. I was looking for that moment that was, I was going to have this incredible life. And all of a sudden, when Mary Kay and the whole, everything in my career fell into place, I opened my eyes one day and I realized that I wasn't looking for a dream job. I was looking for a dream life. And Mary Kay truly has given me such a dream life with that. Oh, are you guys loving this? I love it so much. Number 9, the quest for your purpose is not a straight line. Oh, man, this one's a tough one sometimes. It is filled with mystery, signs, obstacles, victories, dead ends, delays, and detours. Your job is to stay optimistic and faithful on your quest. Oh, my friends, enjoy the journey. Enjoy this journey. It's not always easy. The middle can seem hard. But if you're in the middle and you turn around and you look back, you've come so far. Number 10, don't rush the future. There is a process that a seed must go through in order to become all they are destined to become. And you must go through this same process to become the person you are meant to be and do the work you are meant to do. You may want things to happen now, raising my hand, but more than likely, if you got what you wanted now, you wouldn't be ready for it. The purpose process prepares you. strengthens you. It shapes you and grows you to be successful, not in your time, but in the right time. And let's just go ahead and say it, ultimately in God's time. Number 11, be the seed. Seeds surrender themselves to the ground so they can be used for a greater purpose. Wherever you work, decide to plant yourself where you are and allow yourself to be used for a greater purpose. When you plant yourself and make a difference, you grow into the person you were born to be and produce a harvest that will benefit others and change the world. You, my friends, you're world changers. You're difference makers. You've been planting seed after seed after seed. And sometimes if we keep looking where the seed we planted is not growing, but there were seeds right behind us that we accidentally planted and watered and we didn't even know we did it. We spilled a little along the way, and that's where the growth was. But we only kept focusing on the area that we kept watering, and we're becoming frustrated. Pivot. Turn around. God is showing you that He's still using you, that He's working in the unseen, that the best is yet to come. Make the end of this month count. I hope this inspired you as much as it did me. Raise your hands in the air so I can bless you. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May He make His face to shine upon you. May you know that if God is for you, who can be against you? With God on your side, whom shall you fear? May you be like a tree that is planted by rivers of living water, that your leaf will not wither. And whatsoever you do, say it with me, it shall prosper. Happy Magnanimous Monday. Mwah. Have a great one.